Shalom. All praise, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah, Kwadash. Double honor to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and mercy to the 144,000, the rest of the elect. I'm the brother Yawanathan, back with another quick lesson, Lord willing, it's edifying. And this is just a quick Mark of the Beast microchip implant prophecy update. All right, Revelation 13, verse 16 through 18 update, because we're in that time. And there's an article here on RT, which Lord willing, I'll post the link to this article in the description box. But the headline of the article says brain chips to replace cell phones in future. And they saying that's a quote from Elon Musk. And what happened, well, I'm going to read the article. It says the billionaire's Neuralink company implanted the first chip in a human brain last January and is now gearing up for a second trial. Cell phones will become obsolete in the future, being replaced by chips that are implanted directly in the human brain, billionaire tech entrepreneur Elon Musk has predicted. And he ain't predicting nothing. All right, because the Apostle John on the island of Patmos, approximately 2,000 years ago, he had the vision of the so-called white man, Esau, Edom, the wicked, and Satan that the Bible speaks of, the devil. He's the one that had the vision. The vision was given to him and other prophets, of course, of the nation of Israel. But the vision was given to him that we read about concerning the mark of the beast, which is the charagma. In the Greek, that's a word mark, which is the microchip implant. All right, so if anybody predicted it, quote unquote, it was the men of the Lord, the prophets, but really it's Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly called God and Jesus Christ, because they're the ones that, this is their idea. All right, this is their prophecy. This is their will. You see, this thing is actually recorded in the Bible, and they gave it, Yahweh Bashim Shai gave the secrets of this prophecy and the understanding of it to his servants, the prophets, according to Amos 3 and 7. All right, so, you know, when they say these guys be predicting these things, that's what you call predictive programming, because they already have the agenda to get it done. So they're not really predicting anything. They're self-fulfilling prophecy, you know, so-called, really, because they're not even really doing that. Nobody has free will in this world, man. But yeah, this dude is obviously a lesser luminary. And, you know, he knows something that the average citizen or person don't, which is that this technology is going to be made mandatory. All right, this microchip, whether it's a brain implant, whether it's in your body, wherever it's at, this technology is going to go so mainstream that it's going to be made mandatory. That's what the prophecy, that's what the vision that Apostle John had. He saw the so-called white man and his world governments administering this device legally. All right, they basically said, they saying that you have to take it. It's not voluntarily. It's not, oh, this is the new technological trend and I'm trying to keep up with, you know, the direction and the speed that technology is going. And no, this thing is going to be turned into a device that you have to take. It's not going to be a cool electronic niche, all right, or something medical that people are taking to, you know, for some type of infirmities or, you know, disabilities. Those cases are far few in between, man. They're not, the point of the chip is not for none of that. The point of this chip is to track everybody and to lock you into that digital economy. All right, that's the point of the chip, to really enslave everybody, man, full control. Like Aaron Russo said in the interview with Alex Jones concerning this chip. He said that was the plan of the Rockefellers, to microchip everybody, man, to have full control and to establish a one world currency, which is going to be on that chip. And that's your CBDC. All right, so we right at the door. You know, don't take what this guy is saying, you know, lightly. This is a lesser luminary here. We talking about Elon Musk. okay? Paid off doing the research projects for the elites to get this brain chip thing up and running. All right, this Neuralink thing, excuse me. So it says his Neuralink biotech company implanted a brain chip for the first time in 30-year-old quadriplegic Nolan Arbach. It's a weird ass name. Back in January, the surgical procedure involved placing the computer chip, which is about the size of a coin, in the region of the brain which controls the intention to move. The chip is then used to record and transmit small signals wirelessly to an app that decodes movement intention. So they just breaking down the science behind it or whatever, but this is really the point. Because basically this dude tweeted this, man. This dude, Elon Musk, on X, which was formerly known as Twitter. This is what he said up on that social media. Musk shared his latest prediction in response to a post published on X, formerly Twitter, by a parody account named Not Elon Musk on Sunday. The original message read, "Would you install a Neuralink interface on your brain to allow you to control your new X phone by thinking?" And Musk replied, so he did a retweet, if you will. He replied to that tweet or that post. He reposted it with a reply saying, "In the future, there will be no phones, just Neuralinks." Okay, that's very ominous, and that shit sound wicked, man, to me. All right, that shit has a real dark undertone to it. And that's they plan. You see, they do want to chip everybody. They do want to do away with this current setup, basically. And really not do away with it, because this is the foundation of it. But to basically update it, upgrade it. You know, the cash is going to, absolutely, that's going to become obsolete. You know, there's going to be a digital currency. But as far as, you know, the cell phones and all of that, you know, I don't know how far they really have planned, you know, for this thing. Are they going to do away with cell phones and they just going to only have people with chips, and that's the only way you can basically access media? It's very likely. It's not far-fetched. All right, so hey man, we watching this thing. You know, this is the prophecy. I'm going to read it right now, Revelation 13, and he calls it all, verse 16. And he calls it all. Who's the he? The so-called white man, which is referred to as this beast. That's why it's called the mark of the beast. You got to know who the beast is to know what his mark even is. You got to identify these things through the spirit and the scriptures. The beast, it tells you up above in this chapter, is a dragon with 7 heads and 10 horns. That's NATO and the EU. When you read Revelation, the 17th chapter, it gives you more understanding on that beast. It tells you that there's a whore riding upon that beast. And that whore is Babylon the Great, which is America. Okay, so this he that is talking about is really the so-called white man, his rulership. All right, that's what beast in the scriptures, that's what it represents. It represents men, but then it can also represent kingdoms of men. Okay, Daniel the 7th chapter had the dream. All right, he had the dream of the different kingdoms in the form of animals, of beasts. This particular kingdom and beast is the one that we hear, the one that's here right now. All right, the last kingdom, the last Edomite rulership, man, which is, once again, America with NATO and the EU. And through them, they pretty much control the world. All right, so they're going to make this thing mandatory. He calls it all. It's mandatory. It's made a law at this point. Both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. So it doesn't matter what, you know, social order or whatever your current citizen status is. All right, even immigrants, man, throw that in there. Even migrants, all of them, everybody. He's going to cause everybody. It's going to be a law that every single person in this world to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And that word mark, once again, is charagma in the Greek, which means an imprinted mark or an incision. All right, it also says the mark branded upon horses. All right, so this is a physical mark, and it's going to prove it. As you read, it says, "And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name." So this is going to be a physical thing that will, without it, you won't be able to buy and sell. Right now, you can't buy and sell without US dollars. If you're in America, wherever you at in the world, you can't buy and sell unless you're using whatever central bank your government gets their money from. All right, you can't buy and sell without that legal tender, whatever the currency is in your country. It's going to be the same thing. How could this then become spiritual all of a sudden, where everybody buys and sells using money? All right, all over the world. Yes, it's central. It's a centralized currency because it's all coming really from the same people. All right, the IMF. So at the end of the day, this next thing that's going to be used to buy and sell, it has to go in line with what we already could see, man. Which is what? Central bank is going to come from the central bank. This mark, this device, this prophecy is going to come out of the central bank because they're the ones who issue whatever we use currently to buy and sell. So it's going to be something new, but it's going to be the chip, man. We already know what it is. There ain't no mystery. We're not here guessing it. We're not predicting nothing. All right, we're prophesying through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai because Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai gave us the understanding on what this prophecy here is talking about. All right, we could see it clearly. So we letting you know, we giving you warning like the scriptures say to do. Because remember, this is also known as the hour of temptation, Revelation 3:10, in which we all are going to be tried and tested and tempted. So everybody must know what this thing is. What is this mark? What is the prophecy of Revelation 13:16 through 18 and Revelation 3:10? What is that talking about? Because we're all going to have to deal with it. All right, we all going to be in a situation where unless you have that mark, you may try to go to the supermarket. You won't be able to buy and sell, man. You won't be able to get any groceries because you don't have that chip. And that's where the temptation is really going to be strong at, man. And that's where we got to stay strong in the faith of Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai that the Lord said we'll still eat in those days. All right, Isaiah 65:13 and 14. All right, we're still going to be all right. The servants, the men of the Lord in that day, the elect. Okay, so there's really nothing to worry about, man. Just keep prophesying, keep doing this work. This thing is upon us, though, man. We right here at the doors. All right, and Lord willing, we got the spirit. The Lord give us a spirit to endure in those days, man, because it's going to be all about enduring. All right, getting to the next step, passing the next test to ultimately be saved. Because you can't be saved if you take this chip, pursuing the Revelation 14:9 and 10. You read right in the next chapter, it tells you the people that end up taking this mark to buy and sell because they tempted to do it, they all going to die in fire. It tells you that they're going to get burnt in the lake of fire, which is the second death, which is America being destroyed by nuclear missiles. And not only America, but other nations that are also going to get involved in this third world war that have nuclear technology. All right, missiles are going to go flying from one end of the world to the other. Okay, right after this chip is made mandatory, right after the people take it, they're going to be marked for destruction. And then the Lord is going to do away with the fashion of this world and with the rulership of the so-called white man, which includes his microchip. There's not going to be no microchip in the kingdom. All right, get out of here with that. This is a temporary thing and it's going to be very fast. It's going to happen very quickly. You see? So there's nothing to worry about, man. And I'm just saying that through the spirit to you brothers and sisters out there that believe. And, this shit gives us anxiety sometimes. But at the end of the day, when you in the spirit, you don't really feel no anxiety, man. You have confidence. You have confidence in Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai. But, it's getting a little noisy. I'm at the end of this trail. And I just wanted to put that out.